Welcome back, everyone, to a studio here in New York. Greg Gumbel, Terry Bradshaw, and we welcome those of you who have watched the Philadelphia Eagles rally to beat the Washington Redskins 34-31. And Terry and I have been talking here about this Philadelphia Eagles team and how it now suddenly holds a great deal more promise than a lot of people thought they did.
Well, the key is they've won 3 games in a row. They've won them differently. Today, they didn't have their rushing attack, but Randall Cunningham, who has played outstanding football today, has carried this football team throwing the football, and Calvin Williams on those crossing routes, just an outstanding job with their passing offense.
Cunningham's third connection of the day with Williams with 4 seconds left gives the Eagles the victory. At the Meadowlands, the New York Giants defeat the Rams 20-10. Another 100-yard-plus rushing day for Rodney Hampton, who carried the ball 41 times, 137 yards. The Giants go 3-0. The Saints over the Detroit Lions today, 14-3. Rodney Peete knocked out of the game with a bruised right knee for Detroit. The Steelers beat the Bengals for their first victory of the season, 34-7. A couple of touchdown passes for Neil O'Donnell. The Patriots, a 54-yard field goal in the final half-minute, hit the crossbar. They fall short. Seattle wins its first, 17-14. Atlanta and San Francisco, 3-0 Falcons in the first. The Raiders lead the Cleveland Browns 7-0 on a Hostetler to Andrew Glover touchdown pass. And the Oilers and the Chargers, 3-0 San Diego. Those of you who are watching the games in the Meadowlands in New Orleans, we'll send you back to the stadium. For the rest of you, more highlights coming up.
This is a Goodyear AquaTread, and this is a gallon of water. AquaTread's deep groove design channels water away. At highway speeds, it moves a gallon of water every second for outstanding wet traction. AquaTread, only from Goodyear.
Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. Sure Solid has the most effective wetness-fighting ingredient you can buy. So when dryness counts, be sure to be dry.
It was pouring rain. I was late. The guy from Xerox was waiting to talk about my documents. My documents, I asked. Add impact to your direct mail, he says. Just add color. You can get 25% more responses. More responses, I say? And I see it. How color gets my documents to make money. I say call my direct mail anything you want. If you're helping my cash flow, you're talking my language.
See your documents differently. Call 1-800-ASK-XEROX, the document company.
Highway 421 near Spivey's Corner, North Carolina. Not exactly the place you expect to find a busy accounting firm like Duval & Dean. But thanks to Sprint Cellular and their car, Duval & Dean can handle clients clear across the state and still be there to take calls no matter where they are. There's one other advantage to doing business at 55 miles per hour. There's no fighting over who gets the window office.
Both Visa and American Express Gold cards can get you to Great Guana Cay in the Bahamas. But should there be trouble in paradise...
Honey, we missed the boat. Whoa! What'll we do
Only
now?
Visa Gold can come to your rescue because the only hotel on Great Guana Cay doesn't take American Express.
I know that guy.
Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
Harry.
Talk about poor health care. Nothing poor about the medical labs that have gotten rich swindling the public. 60 Minutes. Brand new season. Brand new stories. Tonight.
Sean Connery, Alec Baldwin, Sam Neill, James Earl Jones in the box office hit that begins a whole new season of movie excitement. The Hunt for Red October. Tonight.
We are back for more post-game stuff than we could possibly have imagined once this game began. Greg Gumbel, Terry Bradshaw. The game just completed at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The Eagles going 3-0 on the year with a 34-31 win over the Washington Redskins. Randall Cunningham connected with Calvin Williams 3 times for touchdowns, the last with 4 seconds to play in the game to give the Eagles the victory. At the Meadowlands today, the New York Giants over the Rams by a score of 20-10. Big day for Rodney Hampton running the football. 1-yard touchdown run there, which pleases Coach Dan Reeves. And here's Jim Everett throwing the football.
Little play action down inside, out in the flat. Ball bounces off shoulder pads to Tim Lester, and there's Collins. Mark picks it up, and then he travels all the way down. Everett tries to make the tackle, to no avail.
Bad
Touchdown.
day for photographers, Terry. You can't stand in the end zone like that. Meanwhile, third quarter, the Giants lost Lawrence Taylor. He injured his hamstring here. 300-pound Irv Eatman fell on him. We don't know how seriously Lawrence Taylor is injured at this stage. Jim Everett did get a touchdown pass on the board on this one.
This is just a great throw here, Greg. Sets up, notice his feet are planted firmly, lays the ball high up in the air. Now why, there's Flipper Anderson, why he wasn't touched by the defensive back, I don't know. Had he touched him, Anderson would have been down on the 2-yard line.
In addition to that, Tony Zendejas, a 52-yard field goal. That's all the Rams scoring. The Giants and Phil Simms a winner, even though Simms sacked 5 times today. The Giants win it by 10. At the Superdome in New Orleans, the Saints 14-3 winners over the Lions. New Orleans runs its record to 3-0 on the year. Wade Wilson 17 yards to Hobie Brenner here to give the Saints a 7-3 lead. A little celebration in the end zone afterwards. Rodney Peete, tough day at the hands of Ronaldo Turnbull.
Turnbull with 3 sacks and 3 forced fumbles, 2 of them recovered by Ricky Jackson. The Saints defense picked it up a level today as they got all over the quarterbacks of the Lions.
How about Wade Wilson?
Excellent job. Wade Wilson has come into that Plan B acquisition from Atlanta, and I mean has done an outstanding job for the Saints.
Here's Rodney Peete, sacked by Wayne Martin, fumbles again. Ricky Jackson on the recovery, and then Wilson hit by William White coming up, and he fumbles, and Dan Owens comes up big for the Detroit Lions, but then they give it to Barry Sanders, and Barry had some problems with the New Orleans D.
Barry had a hard time today. Notice the linebackers and the ends of the Saints. The ends didn't go up past Barry. They kept parallel. They kept their nose tackle inside, gave no lanes for Barry Sanders to rush the football, and then all of a sudden, every time he went wide, there were 5 or 6 Saints around him. Derek Brown is a guy that pops out. He's a rookie running back, a 4th round out of Nebraska, Greg. 25 carries, 100-something yards today, and just done an outstanding job. Another rookie, Lorenzo Neal, hurt last week, and then comes another rookie, outstanding job.
Meanwhile, Barry Sanders, 68 yards rushing in the first half, finished with just 76 for the day. The Saints winners over the Lions by a score of 14-3. Back to Philadelphia for a moment, 34-31. The Eagles a winner over the Washington Redskins. Let's send you back out to Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia and join Pat Summerall and John Madden. Pat?
All right, thank you very much. Randall Cunningham is with us. And Randall, first of all, you look so calm and collected. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm just very happy that God blessed us to get through this one. It was tough in the beginning again, but we got it done.
You know, Randall, how about, coming into this game and then, having to do what you had to do? The running game didn't go. So more of the game seemed to go on your shoulders today, and you really used Calvin Williams.
Yeah, I did. I was fortunate to hit him on a blitz earlier where he caught a ball going over the middle, and then he caught 2 more touchdowns later. I knew it was sooner or later Calvin was going to have a great game, but once again, the offensive line went and did their job and gave me time at the end of the game to put the points on the board.
Let's go, Randall, if we could, through those 3 touchdowns. First, the long one to Calvin Williams.
The first one was a blitz off the right side, and they were covering the back, so I said, I'll dump it real quick. I got hit. Calvin came up with it. He was stumbling, but he took it to the end zone. He was looking for Darrell Green, I'm sure, because Darrell Green's like the fastest guy on their team, but nobody caught Calvin. They've been underestimating his speed all year long, all the different teams, and there he goes for a touchdown.
I think everybody does, as you said. This is a perfect throw by Randall Cunningham, the second touchdown.
This was a play that we had put in, and we'd watched Dallas, I think. It was a play where we just put Calvin going over the middle and Bavaro hooking, so it looks like I'm throwing to Mark, but over the middle we've got Calvin there, and then he caught that for the touchdown.
And then this last one, of course, that won the game, I thought a lot of it was you, a lot of it was Calvin, but I thought a lot of it was the offensive line because Calvin couldn't have been your first receiver.
No, he wasn't. I was looking for James, but at the last second, that was the same exact play. I had ran it out of a different formation the play before, but I changed it and put the back in the backfield and called the same exact play, so it gave it a different look. And I just waited, and the line gave me the time, and that's the difference in this team this year.
Randall, what does this a game like this do for your confidence and your teammates' confidence in you think?
I think, number one, it makes me realize that God has blessed me to get back to where I used to be, like my 1990 season. But also, I think it gives our whole team a sense of confidence in me, and I think it's totally back today. And, with the guys playing the way we're playing, when we had to pull it out, we pulled it out. And when the defense had to come up with a turnover and a touchdown, Eric Allen got the interception, and we're very happy and fortunate that we made it today.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations to you and the rest of the Eagles.
Thank you very much.
Now let's go back to New York and Greg Gumbel.
All right, Pat, John, thanks very much. Did you have that perfect recall of everything that happened during the game?
You're asking me that, Greg. Come on. I don't think so. What I like, though, and quarterbacks will do this, and coordinators are smart enough to recognize it. Well, you heard Randall. He changed the formation, ran the same play. Anytime I had a play that was successful, I would come back to it thinking, well, why get too cute here? Just run the same play again. I wouldn't change the formation, though.
All right, Terry. A couple other final scores. Pittsburgh, a winner for the first time this season. The Steelers beat the Bengals 34-7. Neil O'Donnell, 3 touchdown passes, 189 yards throwing on the day. And the Seattle Seahawks, their first win of the year, 17-14. The Patriots fall to 0-3. We remind you, we've got doubleheader action coming your way next Sunday here on CBS. 1 o'clock kickoffs include Green Bay at Minnesota, the Rams at Houston, the Bears will host Tampa Bay, and the Phoenix Cardinals will be at the Silverdome in Pontiac to take on Detroit. And then the doubleheader matchup at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. We'll take a time out here. We'll bring you up to date on what's happening in Major League Baseball's pennant races as the post-game show continues in just a moment.
When I slide into home, it's like 2 trains colliding. I'm the big train.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder in the preseason. What is Newton? Newton is digital. Newton is personal. Newton is magic. Newton is as powerful as a computer. Newton is as simple as a piece of paper. Newton is intelligent. Newton learns about you, understands you. Newton is news. Newton can receive a page. It sends faxes, and soon electronic mail. Newton lets you communicate with the whole world, and if there's anything this world could use, it is more communication.
To everyone worried about the rising cost of quality health care, come in under the caring and experience of one of America's largest managed health care networks. To everyone concerned about ensuring the future or having the security to reflect on the past, come in under assets $50 billion strong. Come in where America's dreams have been protected for 129 years. The Travelers, America's umbrella.
Golfers just love punishment. That's all there is to it. If he plays around here, he's in every water hazard, every bunker. But should he hit the ball from the tee to the green on the 17th hole, that's the only shot he's going to ever remember. I can't explain it, but that's golf. The American Express card is welcomed at all these TPC golf clubs, and it does just as much for the bad golfer as it does for the good golfer.
American Express is welcomed at all kinds of golf courses. No wonder the card is green.
It's the premier party giveaway. Come join the fun at Kmart and celebrate the great new season on CBS. You could win one of 5,000 Big Red Boat family cruises or the grand prize $1 million instantly. Get your game card from the Kmart newspaper circular, then watch CBS to match and win. Play tonight.
Welcome back, everyone, to our studios here in New York. Let's update you now on the Major League Baseball pennant races. Philadelphia Phillies began this day with a 5-game lead over Montreal in the National League East. They are leading the Expos late now, 5-4. In the third inning, Philadelphia's Dave Hollins with a 2-run shot. Lenny Dykstra scoring ahead of him. This pulled the Phillies even with Montreal at 2. Then in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Phillies led 5-2. Rondell White will hit a gapper left center field, and on the AstroTurf, this one will roll and roll and roll. Marquise Grissom and Delino DeShields come around to score. That cuts the Philadelphia lead to 5-4. That is exactly where it stands right now as the Expos try to prevent the Phillies from moving 6 games up in the National League East. At Busch Stadium in St. Louis, the Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates have moved now to the 8th inning. The Cards leading the Pirates by a score of 5-4. In Cincinnati, the Giants, starting the day 3 games back in the National League West, leading Cincinnati 4-3. That game has moved to the 8th inning. The Blue Jays and the Minnesota Twins in the American League East. The Jays on top by 3 starting this day will stay at least that far ahead and will probably extend their lead. They lead Minnesota 5-0 late, while at Yankee Stadium, the Yankees trail the Red Sox. That game has moved to the bottom of the 8th inning now with Boston leading it 8-2. The Baltimore Orioles starting the day trailing the Blue Jays by 5. They look to keep pace. They lead Milwaukee 6-4. That game in the top of the 7th at County Stadium in Milwaukee. The Cleveland Indians have defeated the Detroit Tigers today. The final score 12-2. Now, we remind you that the Chicago White Sox, incidentally, scoreless at Oakland. That game is now in the early going in the 3rd inning. Texas leading the California Angels in Anaheim 2-0. I want to remind you that we have Major League Baseball coming your way next Saturday here on CBS. Some of you will see the Atlanta Braves in Philadelphia to play the Phillies. Others, the Texas Rangers, as they try to overtake the Chicago White Sox. That game will come your way at Comiskey Park in Chicago. And Baseball 93 will precede all of that. Pat O'Brien will have that for you at 2:30 Eastern Time. Tonight on CBS, tune in for the season premiere of 60 Minutes. Tonight, talk about poor health care. There's nothing poor about the medical labs that have gotten rich swindling the public. It's a brand new season with brand new stories. And then a special sneak preview of It Had to Be You, the new romantic comedy series starring Faye Dunaway and Robert Urich, followed by the first network telecast of The Hunt for Red October with Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin. A couple of football games that are in progress now. At Candlestick Park in San Francisco, the Falcons and the 49ers are tied at 3. That's a second quarter score. The Los Angeles Raiders are now a 10-0 leader over the Cleveland Browns in the first quarter. Jeff Hostetler, a 2-yard touchdown pass to Andrew Glover in that game. And the San Diego Chargers home to the Houston Oilers today and leading the Oilers by a score of 3-0. We thank you very much for joining us here on CBS this afternoon. For Terry Bradshaw and for all of us at CBS Sports, I'm Greg Gumbel. We will look for you again next Sunday on the NFL Today.
A foggy night, a car on the tracks and a speeding diesel collide in a deadly crash.
It was just a race for time. He needed the trauma center.
An all-new Rescue 911 Tuesday.
This is CBS.